Thanks for your invitation. So today I hope the following speech can help you all to slightly understand the blockchain and Web3 applications. And my part is to talk about a cross-chain technology. And this part is just what I do about this one. And we just to build the SDK on the cross-chain ecosystem. Okay. And now I do a brief introduction. So I have the 4 years of the blockchain application managing experience, including decentralized and centralized exchange, DeFi, and blockchain. And blockchain hot topic for 2022 is a cross-chain, and the most famous cross-chain solution called Polkadot. Polkadot, which is the blockchain designed to support multiple chains within a single network. And the goal is to let allows 100 kind of the blockchain exist in isolation and have the little ability to communicate. Okay. And this part is about the following project is all of what I engage in, like the about said like the exchange or the debt called decentralized applications. And the past 3 years, I involved like the EOS system, Tron system, Ethereum system, and Cosmos system, and so on. And we also to help to entrepreneur to do about like the token insurance or to manage the token distribution and so on. Okay. And this slide have the four part, and our service to help to the game developer to develop the application on the blockchain. And now I just most of the customer is do about like the metaverse and GameFi. So firstly, I will be introduce some this topic for you. Okay. Okay. And okay, first one. Just every day, humanity progress deeper into the digital. So we spend 50% of our time online, or our social media profile concern us about more than our real life, right? So we can imagine life without the smartphone. And a coronavirus pandemic has only accelerated this process. So currently, so thanks to developer of the such the blockchain technology as the NFT, Web3, humanity is ready for a new stage of the emerging in the metaverse, and it could be the pivotal point in our civilization. And because when we stop, our virtual life will become the more important than our real lives. So with the rise of the new technology, the metaverse will be among the key driver for new form of the transaction, interaction, socialization, and content consumption in the year to come. So the metaverse, a shared virtual environment where individual can socialize, interact, and conduct business, relies heavily on the blockchain technology to enable the peer-to-peer exchange and share decision making. Okay. And okay, so this part is to talk about the benefit of using the blockchain technology for the metaverse. Yeah, it's a quite crucial for the metaverse for this reason. So okay, let me explain it. First part, security. So secure storage and transmission in the metaverse has become more complex because let's store the data in a billion gigabyte. The blockchain technology are crucial for the decentralized environment because they allow all of the users to manage their data independently without a third party. And trust token are self-storage device that communicate information, personal data, and authorization key in the encrypt form. Among others, it also boosts the user trust in the ecosystem by restricting other parties from accessing the creational information. Okay. And the final integrate with the global economy where the cryptocurrency and digital asset on integrate part of the blockchain. They also have the technical analog of the traditional money and carry out the metaverse transaction. Okay. And you can see this graph. The metaverse market is estimated to be the US the 947.11 billion by the 2030. Okay, so many of the list virtual world are supported by the blockchain technology, similar to that which the power cryptocurrency and NFT, allowing the user to exchange the virtual assets. And because of the NFT booms and Mark Zuckerberg's recent endorsements, metaverse market has also gotten a lot of the attention in the recent months. Now, NFT worth the USD the 2.1 billion have been the trade globally according to the nonfungible.com. You can just search on this website to see this the number. So other well-known brands such as Adidas also will appeared to the functionally on its own NFTs and also looking to create webs in the metaverse. So cryptocurrency is a metaverse cryptocurrency. And each metaverse has its own collection of its coin, and they're used to prep for the NFTs, virtual real estate, and avatar use. So cryptocurrency are utilized to bridge the gap between the real and virtual world. They enable us to calculate the value of the digital asset in terms of the government issued currency, as well as their returns over time. So the usage of the metaverse to purchase the digital asset using the Bitcoin is becoming more popular around the world. So websites, messaging application, and the social media platforms such as the Facebook are being used to communicate with one another online. So the metaverse refers to creation of the new online environment in which the people interaction are more the multi-dimensional and that can engage more meaningful with the digital information rather than the traditional media. Okay. So next part we have to discuss about the game fight. Until now, you from the 2016 to until now, you can see the different kind of the game and a terror from the traditional game. Just this game just always to call a play to earn, right? Just means not only just for fun. Most of the people also want to gain money from this blockchain game. Okay. And the new spectrum of the blockchain applications, just GameFi. The GameFi industry has opened up the new spectrum of the investment opportunity. So, however, the emergence of the countless crypto project make it challenging to pick the most promising the GameFi project that also worth your attention. Okay. Okay, Ace. So we just to talk about a game fight landscape. So the prospect of the blockchain game are immense since the whole blockchain-based in-games economy is still in this infancy and just begin to develop its potential. Yeah. So we talked about the list of topic. Yeah. So first one, so dedicated to Launchpad. Launchpad for a blockchain game. So Launchpad it means just like the stock, you have to listing on the exchange. Yeah, so Launchpad just like Mint. So that allows the interest to gain the early asset to qualify this game. Yeah, and no games help to explore the standout blockchain game projects or valuable in-game items. So meanwhile, the number of the play-to-earn games continue to grow at the breakneck pace. Okay, so no centered repository where the player can easily track their earnings and manage their in-game items. So this is the highly inconvenience if the player participate in the multi-gate concurrently. Okay, so no platform provides the comprehensive game finance tools, so including like the trading, funding, and the scholarship opportunity. Okay, so no module enable owner of game item to maximize the value of their positions. When they are not actively playing the game, owner are unable to delegate their item to guild for the recruiting yield. By contrast, game who require list the items are unable to obtain that. Okay. And now just to how to monetize. Yeah. The financialization of the games. Yeah. So the game fights run on the blockchain network designed to merge the fun of game with the financialization of in-game economy. A dispute ledger technology is important not only to help the player provide the vertical ownership of asset, but also the structure marketplace for trading both inside and outside the game. So in this new type of game, all the objects are responsible as a token on blockchain network. So in this world, armor or the plot of land can be owned by you and anyone else on the blockchain-based game. In other words, every gainer within a blockchain-based game become both a participant and the owner. While the game type different in the narrative, a recruiting objective is the accumulation of resource. So playing the game will allow you to accumulate more in the game currency. Yeah. Also, this represent as a fungible token or in-game assets like the clothes, land items represent as the non-fungible token, just also called NFT. Well, key here is one asset on Earn you can to trade land on marketplace for other cryptocurrency, even or fiat currency. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you can see very different character, right? So character represent the different position in like the GameFi ecosystem. Like the player guild, as a community push to include new gamers. One challenge is upfront the investment need to get started. Like the Axie Infinity creature, this the you can do search the website to type the Axie Infinity. It's a quite well known game fight. Yeah. For example, like that, cost upward of $100,000 to purchase. This called unaffordable for many the player. And the other part, the GameFi aggregator. Yeah, GameFi aggregator function as the platform for the game relative the content. So gamers can explore existing and upcoming games across the multiple blockchain networks. So aggregator will also to allow them to manage their in-game NFT, tracking the earning and the demo naming games. This idea is to create a one-stop shop for all token, game release, promotion, and more. Yeah, because just for our company, we have to more and more game studio customer. Yeah, because for a traditional game studio is for them it's hard to find the appropriate the business model. He always have to listing on the Play Store, Apple Store, so he earn the money by the subscription, but only just once a time to earn the money. But uh, most of the just the operation costs on the game studio still to cost a lot. So since you try to go oh so most of the studio want to go into try to find a appropriate the GameFi business model. So like this, the platform just to boot out. Yeah, he will be welcome the traditional game studio to join to listing on a layer token. Okay, so uh, like the IGO launch page called the initial game offerings, just like the start listing on the exchange. So launchpads are the platform designed to help to facilitate the IGOs, so which fundraising events carry out the via crowd sales. And IGO tend to happen when the project teams need to funding the kickstart the game released. So investor provide the funding to finance the game developer in return for discount or asset special feature before the game launch. Participation in Launchpad requires the accreditation under the US regulation. Okay. And NFT blockchain, the pioneer of the blockchain gaming like the CryptoKitty, to find out how the conjects activity can to get on the network when the transaction for a GAN's NFT began to account for more than 20% of all the traffic on the Ethereum in the 2017. So competitor took this lesson to heart. Today, multiple blockchain can support NFT. So besides just like the price to earn, uh you just to not only just B or P2P gains, and you can see the most of the GameFi had embedded the marketplace to can exchange the NFT. So this bring the so-called blockchain world to the GameFi. So Game exists or plan to exist on the default network Ethereum as well as a variety of other general and NFT proposed blockchain. Yeah. And developer tools, yeah, just my company do just like that. Just we offer the SDK for the traditional game developer because most of the maybe most of the game studio doesn't have the appropriate like the blockchain developer because something you have to use the Golang, use the Rust to develop a blockchain layer or the blockchain application layer. Yeah, but he doesn't have like this the skill. So we offer them the SDK to help them to uh, implement more efficiently. Yeah, so automatically away part of the development process help the game studio to get the market faster. So so entrepreneur realize this need to now to supply the developer with the tool to success. So this include like the APIs, SDK, the payment platform. The payment platform is quite important because firstly, you launch the game fight, but he doesn't. Most of the user doesn't have the currency because they just the traditional player. So they attract the traditional player to join their game fight, but you still to help to build the gateway to lend the traditional player to buy the cryptocurrency. So the pace just like that. Like he have the fiat currency, so he have to find a platform to exchange the fiat currency into the crypto. And but we have to teach them how to exchange the a stable coin. Yeah, because we doesn't to lend our the token as a settlement, but it's to fluctuate. So we just to persuade to persuade to exchange like the stablecoin like the USDT, USDC, and lend the USDT, USDC deposit into the GameFi to let the player to use it to exchange the NFT in the GameFi system. Yeah. Okay. So most of the party working on the developer tools on centralized startup with the venture capital investment. Okay. And this one just like about us we talked about like the prep to earn. Yeah, prep to earn just like the GameFi mechanism. Yeah. So blockchain game developer based on the P2E module incentive player to play and progress in the games. So player would have to keep playing and repeating the specific action inside the game to earn rewards. So if you progress over time, they will earn reward in two ways in game cryptocurrency and NFT. So for example, the quite famous the GameFi like the Axie Infinity reward player with the SLP. He called the smooth loved potion. Yeah, just this token just for completing the daily quest and battling monster and other player in the game. So as a bit will be build the inert the ecosystem in this game. And the second way is earn to income from the P2E games is by earning and trading the NFT. Yeah. So you can to search on the like the OpenSea. OpenSea is the most biggest secondary marketplace. So, but as my said about just different GameFi also have the marketplace itself. So he can to do by themselves just to withdraw their NFT into the OpenSea to exchange their NFT. Okay, so the NFT represents different type of the item in the games like the character, weapon, uh, costume, and other things. Some NFT have the specific use case in the game with the most innovative NFT utility. Okay. And next part is the DeFi component. Um, and but maybe I can to describe what is the DeFi. Yeah, DeFi just like the he just called a trustless solution. Yeah, just to like the bank can take in cash deposit, make the interest bearing loan, and pay out some of what they receive as a interest to depositors. So that's the prime example, like the bank making their money work for land. Yeah, but decentralized finance is emerging open and global alternative to the restricted, centralized, and the uh, all traditional financial systems much of the world knows us today. So DeFi offered anyone with a smartphone and the internet connection to opportunity to put their money to work on their terms across service like investing, borrowing, lending, and trading. So rather than have the bank act like the intermediary, DeFi put individual at the center of the peer-to-peer financial systems run on the open source blockchain like the Ethereum. And until now, you can see the more and more application want to combine the DeFi and the GameFi because it's quite similar. Like the the fine mean the finance, it just can let the user to earn the money. Yeah. So by combining the DeFi feature with the blockchain games, GameFi allow us to earn income through the staking. Yeah. For example, like just to if you battle a monster and the monster die, and maybe you can to get the token list again issued, and he want to encourage you not to withdraw. So he just to give you a program, just a staking program. If you staking it, you can get the yield. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So some can enable player to earn yield by locking their in-game cryptocurrency and NFT in a smart contract. So the holder of the in-game token and NFT can stake land in the gaming guild and earn interest. So if player doesn't have a certain token to continue playing, they can to join the game guild and stake and tag in-game token for rent. So this is a win-win situation for both the player and investor. So blockchain game guild like the called YGG Yield Guild game is the most relevant platform for the scenario. Okay. And the third part, the asset ownership. So gamer have been trading the virtual item for years in traditional game platform like the Second Life. So however, so this virtual economy will be enclosed and operate in a centralized manner. So the players will be not able to exchange later in-game assets with the real-world economy value such as fiat currency. So GameFi is breaking this centralized structure so that the player can exchange value and earn reward for time and effort spent on the games. By integrating the blockchain with GameFi, allow the player to have the true ownership and control their assets. So as a result, the player can trade in-game item as an NFT on the secondary market. They can move the NFT cross-chain while still retaining the underlying value of the asset. Okay. And now we go on to like the cross-chain application. Yeah. So this the before the part just talked about a GameFi scenario, but I think the cross-chain scenario is more broad. Okay. Okay. So in computing environment, some term can be rather than obscure and non-descript. Not the case here, a cross-chain bridge does exactly what it say. This is the mechanism to enable to transfer of the asset back and forth between the two and more chains. So those assets can be the token, cryptocurrency, and any other asset hosted on the chains. So you might be wondering what sort of the without reach in is this. And furthermore, you might question how can it be possible to move assets between the two chains, whose protocol rules may be completely different. So this on the valid question, and here's the answer. The bridge acts as the neutral zone where a switch occurs. Okay. And you can see this the picture. Okay. So this one just like the cross-chain structure, but now it's too hard to explain me. So maybe I can just do the a brief explanation. Okay. So okay, parallel chain is the proposed to build to remove the barrier. So okay, so proposed build to remove the barrier to entrance to NFT and decentralized gaming, like a simple like the user experience and economy of the digital asset management, like the a first gaming platform to boost the NFT adoption on Ethereum, and also of like the ERC 1155. Yeah, it's now the like the project Polkadot as the next generation of the blockchain games. Okay. Okay, and the final part is about our company introduction SubGame. Just like the we just to offer the different kind of the SDK for the traditional developer. Yeah. Okay. So SubGame offer the module source code that allow the developer to develop it. So among the module source code, the multi-module games engine play the major roles since the game engine help the game designer to bring the character of the blockchain game to life. Okay. And the substrate is also the framework for the building the blockchain, an open source library of the Rust code that is the maintenance by the parity. So if you build out the blockchain based on the substrate, it will be allow you to be the parachain concerned by the Polkadot. Yeah, the parachains will be able to parallelize the transaction processing and achieve the scalability of the Polkadot systems. So will be announce the project developer schedule for the public and make sure to keep track of the developing process. So until we release our module source code, we will be stopped to invite a developer to join us. Yeah. So community try to attract more developer to join to developer blockchain application on Polkadot. Okay. So SubGame build multiple applications through the complete technical architecture. So including like the game type module, payment module interface, communication field developer, and data change applications. So until now, we currently focus on the game type module. And blockchain has grabbed the attention people again to after Bitcoin nears the 1 trillion cap. So gains the common type of application for beginners to experience blockchain the application. So can attract the more users to join it. So through experience gains on blockchain, we can let user to go further the other type of the blockchain application. Okay. So when you see that we have the comprehensive consistent, yeah, okay. And we also have the crowdfunding platform just to let to uh we want to find a incentive for a developer to join our the system, but he still have to enough money. So we also to build a crowdfunding platform for this developer. Even he just only have the idea, but that's okay. He had to issue their idea to our crowdfunding platform. He can do like the as I mentioned, like the IGO or IEO, initial gain offering and initial exchange offering. Yeah, if the retail investor trust their blueprint, maybe he can to donate land, or you can to exchange the uh, token. But the token happen to listing on the exchange, but he have to staking like the our platform like the smart contract. Yeah. So initially, the developer have the enough money to process their project. Okay. Okay. So the C like the our subgain token system, we have the two part. The first part is the subgain application ecological development. Just we will be attract more as much of developer and participant as much as possible. Yeah, so we will be developer to more and more SDK to fit the developer demands, and we also to use the fundraising platform to let more the player to join it to engage our subgains token system. And the other one just to we still have to ensure our subgain the blockchain more safety or stability. So we also have the two character. First one is a validator and a nominate. Yeah, nominate he just to like the decision maker. He have to decide the candidate about to which one is the appropriate validator. And we have if we vote the validator and validator have to verify the subgain transaction information. Besides that, we also have a different decision in our SubGame token system, like which kind of the module we have to list, or we have to support some of the tokens. Yeah. Okay. And until now, we can see just to the milestones. Now we have to help the several GameFi in the Southeast Asia. So like the seven plans is we have to launch on June. Yeah. And the first week we have to attract more than 10,000 player to join it. Okay. And in the next day, we will be put effort to develop all kind of the GameFi module on Polkadot system to fit any of the players. So the more blockchain application to join in, the more complete the Polkadot system. And I will be do more explain about the SubGame and the Polkadot. SubGame just is also like the blockchain system, but he will be built on the Polkadot system. Because the Polkadot system is too complicated, and he said he want to build a cross-chain system at least 2 years. But for most of the developer and gamer is too long. So like we just like the bridge, we just to design like the middleware, SubGame blockchain system. Some the game studio create a GameFi can to build on our SubGame and wait until the Polkadot system completed. We can to merge our this the GameFi on the Polkadot system. Okay. And okay. So my part is finished. And if you have any question about this, and could you to leave the comment on WebEx? Yeah, because maybe my turn maybe have to content more complex. So leave on just leave the comment on the WebEx icon to see more clearly.
Okay, so everybody, feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comment section. I know this is more more in depth, I would say, in the Web3 or blockchain or crypto, NFT, etc. But thank you, Greg.
Thanks.
Here I want to ask you some questions from our side.
Okay.
So actually, so yeah, so first of all, since we're talking about GameFi and NFTs, I want to ask you about your take on since quite honestly now in the crypto world, it's kind of a bear market. With
Yeah.
I mean things are kind of going up right now, but it's generally still a bear market. And so what's your take on the bear market, when we're doing like GameFi, or NFTs? I mean, since the market's not that hot, it's quite hard to, to create a buzz in this kind of situation. So I don't know, what's your take?
Yeah.
Yeah. In 2021, it was easy for NFTs, right? Because we have some like, KOLs or people just, spreading new NFT projects and the people will be hyped about it. But now it's just really hard.
Yeah. For me, just I had to experience at least the bear market 4 times. So for like the developer or like an entrepreneur, just to he every time they face the bear market, so we have to uh think again about our the tokenomic. Tokenomic it means like the business model. Yeah, because in when the market is good, just like the you can see the token on listing like the Binance, OKEX will be you can see the price always rise up continuously. But I think it's unhealthy because if you want to build a appropriate business model, you can to build a reasonable the revenue, not just to just let you all of the token listing on the exchange. So like as you see uh like the Binance, OpenSea, you can see very clear business model because they earn the revenue by the transaction fee. Yeah. So even a bull market or bear market, he also could gain the stable revenue by the trading fee. So for like the least the game fight, he also have to think no matter the market is good or bad, he still to have to think appropriate the business model. So initially, just to the customer approach me to talk about the business model, I will be asked for Lance several questions. First one, just to uh, if they doesn't couldn't gain the revenue from this again, does you have the other incentive for this the players or just only just earn money? Because uh, I think this gamer just like that. Just if you doesn't to get any money from this game, you will be leave. You always to search. You always to search the game to earn money. Like the in Southeast Asia, like the Philippines, Vietnam, you can see the many people just doesn't to find any job, just play the game, just always to earn the money. But I think it's very horrible because uh they will be they be all of the GameFi system just like the Ponzi because more of the people just want to earn money by this game, so many the player pull in, but when you face the bear market, you will be go out. So game still couldn't to survive. Yeah, because he always to just use like the earn money as a incentive for to attract the player, but he haven't have to think about the other appropriate way to earn money. For the GameFi, I can to suggest then just like he can to do the earn the money from the by the podcast. If you can to attract more traffic, yeah, he also to can to do the broadcast to earn money. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think you're kind of talking about step in there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because
yeah,
you
I
see
felt you.
most of the GameFi you can see always choose only live only the 3 or 4 months. Yeah, most of the games just yes only survived just to lifespan just 3 or 4 months. So they doesn't have to think the long-term strategy. He always to just earn. Okay, you can do run for a while and you can to exchange the GNT to exchange the USDT. Yeah, just something like that. And some like the as I mentioned like the gang guild just like the you can to gather a lot of people to do the one thing. Yeah, but he will be let the gang go to diet. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I think that was a really in-depth analysis.
Mm,
Thank you, Greg. Um,
okay.
yes. I also want to ask you. So, um, um, I want to ask you. So, since you've been quite in the industry for quite a while. You've done so many projects in blockchain or NFTs. I want to ask you, like, how did you notice the potential or opportunity of Web3 or blockchain, and what sparked you to kick off, these kind of related works, or sparked
Oh,
your interest in the industry? Yeah.
oh, okay. Maybe I will be listen opinions from the like the crypto virtual capital or from the private equity because until now you can see the uh you know, just to until you can see many Web3 seminar all over the world, right? Like the America, Singapore, or China. Also, you can see the various seminar. You can see the VC and the PE always to announce he will be some the opinion about recent opinion about the visions, yeah, Web3 visions. And uh, when I to do this cross train the project, I also to uh, aware like the VC will be focused on the cross chain application because every the individual the blockchain have the own the asset own the ecosystem, but he also want to merge each together so you can see the cross-chain solution, or you can see the layer two solution. He always to want to let the interaction at the blockchain system more efficient, yeah, more faster. So VC and PE will be spread layered uh layer idea. Yeah, maybe if we our developer or our entrepreneur will be realize what they want, so we will be choose this path. Yeah. So maybe yes, in my opinion, maybe you can to approach more like the VC PEs. Yeah, the opinion.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Yes, I think that was also pretty comprehensive. Hey guys, don't. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Actually, we have some comments here that want to ask you. So,
Oh,
Greg,
okay, okay. I see. Use the blockchain and Web3 insurance. Well, I heard most of the people have the interest in insurance, but I think it's still in the early stage because you want to because before we have do that, we have to think about how to verify the accident. Someone's most of the you can see many the hacker accident, right? Your smart contract had been hacked, but no one can prove is due by yourself, or it's just to the it's only the accident. No one can approve that. But I see some cats just to like the protocol have his own committee. He let the committee to be the like the decision maker. But I think it's unfair because committee have also have his the personal opinion, right? Yeah, so you doesn't to rely on the personal opinion to judge. Okay, I can to pat for you after you occur this the accident. Yeah. So I think yeah, insurance now I haven't to see the appropriate case to talk about that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I think that covered quite a lot in the in the industry. Actually, we have another session in 10 minutes, right? The next session, Cathay is going to talk about what they're doing, and quite interestingly, actually, I think Cathay has some projects working on blockchain and also how they're going to integrate blockchain into in insurance, or making insurance decentralized to make it more public and easy accessible.
Mm.
But Greg, I also have more running questions I want to ask you. So, according to your observation, what do you think is the trend of application related with blockchain in Taiwan? Do you have any, cases that you've been looking at and might have impressed you?
You mean just blockchain application in Taiwan's use case
Yeah,
or
yeah,
use
yeah.
case?
Basically, any use cases that has some application related to blockchain.
Mm, uh, as I see, just to more the POC in Taiwan, proof of
Okay, okay.
concept. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, because uh, when we implement the blockchain application in this area, we have to meet the compliance, right? But I think in Taiwan we haven't have a complete compliance about the blockchain, about the cryptocurrency. Yeah. So I think like the fintech company try uh, to set a branch to explore the new markets in the blockchain field. But like even in like the Cassie Bank, like the Zhongxin, like other the banks try to do that. But you can see you can to see the more common cast to about the blockchain. Yeah,
Hey, um, thank you, thank you.
yeah. Okay,
Yes, I want to ask you one last running question.
okay.
Is you shared a lot about in-depth details about blockchain and NFTs or crypto, etc.
Mm.
Is there anything that you think the teams here could take away, but we didn't mention in our discussion or your deck?
Oh, you so sorry, pardon. You can to talk. The signal is not well.
Oh, apologies. Let me share again. So, is there anything that you think teams today could take away that we didn't mention in our discussion or your slides?
Oh, I doesn't. It didn't mention like that. Uh,
I mean, is there anything you think that is there anything we missed out and you could add
oh,
on? Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Because I think we just 1 hour to share. So if you want to more about detail, I leave my uh Twitter account this one, yeah, upper right, yeah, you can to add my the account, and if you have more question about that, or you want to approach about other knowledge related to the blockchain, you can use the Twitter to ask for me.